What's going on, guys? It's been a long time. I don't even know how long this video is going to record for, just because of the fact that I already know that I don't have a whole lot of space left on my phone. But I'm working my new job. I've done a lot of training for this job. It's not physically demanding a hard job, but it is the hardest job I've ever had because it involves things that I've never done before, / things that are what I thought to be out of my brain wavelength, like a little bit too smart for me. I'm finishing off a smoke break right now, standing out in front of it, working a hotel now, doing management and some other stuff. So I'll give you a little bit of a tour of my job. So, smack dab middle of winter. My Carhartt is way too dirty and smelly to be wearing into this place. Should have shut that door. Totally forgot. And now we're in the back offices. I'm just going to take off my jacket and hang it up. Alright, well, I'm actually glad I started recording again because I forgot my hat. I always forget to take my hat off when I come back inside. Oh, you can see my cool mask. It's the first mask I've ever bought. It's like red, white, and blue flag, but it's all black and white. So cool. Yeah, so this is like the back office is not really anything back there or back here that would be problematic for me to show anyone. But just for the fact of I just got this job. I'm new. I don't want to get in trouble for anything, so we just won't show that for now. Alright, I'm gonna do some stuff real quick just to make sure that I'm still where I'm supposed to be. Now, one check-in left tonight. It's currently 1:30 in the morning, and they haven't arrived, so something tells me that probably not gonna show up, which means there'll be 2 nights in a row that I've worked alone, that I've had a no-show, which doesn't seem like be much of a problem because it's just a hotel, just mark it as a no-show. But as I said, I do a little bit more than just the average. The average stuff, I have to do all the accounting stuff and all the checking over the books. It's called auditing. I have to do the auditing, so that's why I say it's a little bit past what I would have ever truly thought that I would have done. It's awesome. I like the job. I went through training. Training was supposed to take about 3 months for me to be done. It took me a month to finish. I don't brag a whole lot about stuff, but it's probably one of the coolest things that's ever happened in the sense of it literally takes people here. It takes people 3 months to go through the training to be able to become the manager / the night auditor. I did it all in a month. So, cool enough. I don't have to do extra training, or well, I say extra training. I don't have to do longer training because I took all my tests early and passed with flying colors. And manager on duty, Matt. The last manager forgot to take their name down. Or I guess I should say I forgot to take the last manager's name down and put my name up. And I've only been working for about 2.5 hours now, so everything seems to be pretty good up here at the front desk. I've got everything locked up. I got the keys on me. Let's see. I don't need the lockout key. Take you on a quick little tour here. This is our little market area. It's got food and drinks and crap. Oh, look how fancy. You got a Christmas tree and these fucking big ass lights, dude. They're like I had a lamp like this in my house. Obviously much smaller. It's like a old 70s style lamp, but TV, right? In the lobby, because this is the main lobby. You know, you got your little fireplace, which I guess I was told I could turn on, but I don't know how the fuck you turn it on. It literally took me until today to figure out how to even get the television to work, so not even going to worry about the fireplace. That's probably something I'll figure out in the next month or two. But a lot of people spend most of their time in the lobby area in the back. They'll, watch something on their phone or, play a game or something. It's just like, it keeps you close to the front door. But realistically, as long as I'm within like a very close proximity of the front desk, so that way I can answer the phone and or deal with a customer or a customer that's staying here or that are coming in to try to get a place. But I legit, I could just sit on this couch and just watch this television. I have car stuff on right now. I had the news on. I try to not obviously turn things on like Futurama and South Park and stuff, things I would want to watch, but I can't because of the fact that, if there's children and stuff here. Unfortunately, there is music playing over here, so I can't really be too much over here. But this is where we would normally eat breakfast. We aren't having breakfast, so no one can come here anymore because we set up coffee. I have to set up coffee in the morning, but besides that, it's anywhere that's got a employee only sign, I can go in because I'm an employee. This is not even a special room. This is like the mini kitchen that you use for when you prep food in the morning and stuff. Coffee maker, which is where I make the coffee in the morning. Pretty easy stuff. Main hallway. Pretty much only last couple things I'm going to show you are right down here at the end. Which just pretty much gives me the opportunity to make sure that somebody locked them up already because they're not supposed to be open. But this here is that workout room. Obviously, I'm not allowed to use it. It's a decent workout room, though. It's pretty good. And then this is the room I really want to use that I'm really not allowed to use, which is our massive, I can't say massive, but it's a pretty nice indoor pool. Heated, obviously, everything. Back there's a jacuzzi that constantly breaks. This little room that I'm in connects all these rooms together. It is the warmest room in the entire hotel. It is fucking dope. So anytime I'm sitting up front, freezing my ass off, I sometimes will come back here for a minute or two just to kind of get my hands to warm up. Because obviously the pool's heated and the hot tub's in there, so that room's hot as fuck. And the workout room is heated as well, I think. 100%. I know this little room out here is heated. That's what's running right there that you hear. That heater right there. And then this is like probably my favorite room besides the fact that everything in here sucks. Most of it's broken. This is the only actual game they have, which is like a NASCAR kind of style racing game. The rest of those are all like win a stupid prize, which is like a little toy or something. Obviously, to a kid playing it would probably be dope, but to an adult, it's like I'm not going to waste my money in here. So it really sucks. I was super excited when I was going to work here and found out that they have a pool and a gaming room, and I was very upset to find out that I'm not allowed to do any of it. I'm not allowed to play games, I'm not allowed to go swimming, I'm not allowed to go work out. I'm not even allowed to get a room in this fucking hotel. Which is a very kick in the balls, but it's okay. We'll deal with it. I guess we'll check the elevator. Make sure they lock the elevator door. I do security at night. So at night time, I'm the night auditor, I'm the nighttime manager, and I'm the nighttime security. So I'm pretty much the one who does everything at night. Come on, elevator. Thank you. is our back door. It's got a bunch of human people on it. There's the main door shutting. I'm in an elevator. Number 1 rear. Assuming it means it's locked. It's locked. Don't need to go anywhere. Go back to the first floor. Hello. Oh, exciting life of working in a hotel. Yeah, but pretty much, that's the gist of the main areas. I mean, obviously there's floors. I'm not gonna take you up the stair or up the elevator and the floors to show you the floors. I got a security walk to do later tonight, but I mean, it's not that exciting. It's just a couple floors. Plus, I can't really talk being as people are sleeping on the floors, and that kind of defeats the whole point of a vlog. But yeah, at least you got to see the main rooms. Yeah. I gotta run my night audit here shortly. I gotta start it at least at like 2:30 is when I need to actually like be moving on it, just because the system automatically will run the night audit if I don't get to it at 4 in the morning. So if it's a night that unfortunately takes a lot of auditing, if I don't start early enough and I'm still doing it by 4, the computer will automatically do it for me. And it's not so much to say that if the computer does it, it's wrong or that something's bad about it. It's just, you know, computers are good at catching stuff, but humans are like still the best at being able to realize mistakes, and sometimes mistakes have to be made and left in the books on purpose to show for some reason. I can't really think of anything off the top of my head to use it as an example, but for reasons that do exist, sometimes you'll have a negative in the book. Like in a balanced book, you always have to have a positive, or not so much you have to have a positive, you have to have zero balance. You know, you can't have more money and you can't have less money, because if you have more money, that means you have money that came in somewhere that you don't have marked down as where it came from. So, you know, I guess if you have positive money, it usually means that somewhere down the line you made a mistake, you forgot to print something off, you forgot to put something down. So fortunately, the computer base holds most of that information. Throughout the entire day, everybody puts all this information in my night audit folder. I call it mine. It's just the night audit folder. That's what all these papers are. It's a big conglomerate mess of papers. But so when they'll print off like receipts and stuff like that, and they put them in the night audit folder. So that way, when I come in to do my job in the night audit at night, I have it all right there, you know, and I don't have to actually like search through the computer base and do it. Which, trust me, a lot of people still forget to do it anyways. So I end up still having to go back through and print things out and keep an eye out on things. So, yesterday, which today is December 21st. So the other thing is, when you audit, you are auditing from the day that I started my shift. So like I started my day on the 20th. So realistically, it is currently 1:45 in the morning on the 21st. But because I started my audit on the 20th, everything I do until I finish my night audit, I have to write the 20th on. So that was probably one of the hardest things to learn and or to get in my head and get used to. Again, or I guess not even again, but just get used to, period, is the fact of like, even though the computer is going to change, your phone changes at 12 o'clock to the next day, I have to ignore that number until the end of night audit, and then that's when officially everything starts on the next day. So until I finish night audit tonight, it is still the 20th, and when I finish night audit tonight, it will probably be about 3:30 in the morning when that's done, and then at 3:30 is when the computer system, and me writing things changes over to the 21st, because I'm also, again, just for the pure sake of not wanting to get in trouble early on here and not knowing exactly what's okay to be shown and what's not, I'm not going to show you the screen of my main check-in window, whatever they want to call it. It's called Choice Advantage. It's just a special screen that tells me all the people that are going to check in. It's like how I make reservations and bullshit like that. It still tells me, if I look up in the right hand corner, it says my name, or like, because it shows what person's logged into the system, and the system itself says the date today is 12/20/2020. But realistically, if I look down at the bottom of the screen on the Windows bar, it tells me that it's 12/21, and that's what I'm saying. Like, the system, until I do the night audit, the system counts today as yesterday, because of the fact of I'm going to be running the books for the day that I start my shift. So instead of screwing with me and changing all the dates to the next day, it just keeps it as today, or as the 20th, until everything's good and done, and then that's when it'll switch over for me. So I know that's a lot of random explaining about bullshit that I know most of you don't care about, but hey, I haven't really made a video for a while. I'm actually really bored. There's only really so much sitting and doing absolutely nothing that you can do before you just kind of get really bored. I mean, like, it's not so much the sitting and doing nothing that's boring. It's the fact that nobody is awake. Which that doesn't, being night shift and being up at 3, or, at 11 in the morning, or 11 at night till 3, or 7 in the morning is completely fine with me. I'm up all night anyways. I have insomnia. I don't sleep usually, so it's like it don't bother me in the slightest to think that I have to fucking be in here all night. But the problem that sucks is everybody I know is in bed. So it's like if something cool happens, something exciting happens, or I'm just simply fucking bored and just want to simply talk to somebody, I can't talk to nobody because everybody's in bed. Like, and yeah, I have the rare random friend or two that stay up kind of late, and sometimes I can text them and they'll text me back, but I mean, even like tonight, they're already in bed, so I mean, I just fucking can't talk to them, and so it just gets to a point where you're just kind of sitting here. I mean, you watch a movie or something, but besides that, there's just no human interaction. Which I don't want to make it sound like I want a bunch of people come running in here and checking out rooms, because I don't want to do that either. But yesterday was my very first day working alone. I took my last Friday. Oh, okay. Last weekend, I ran a shift where I wasn't alone, but I was with one of the people who does the job that I'm currently doing, but at the time I was training for. And they just showed up and they went into the back room and they just ignored / pretended that they weren't there. And I sat out here and I ran the entire shift on my own and did the night audit and did everything I was supposed to do. And because I did it and I did everything exactly right and I did with flying colors, they were like, screw sitting through 2 more months of training, you're good to go, let's get you in already. So they aren't the head, so they had to talk to the head, and the head really liked me, which, I mean, she still likes me, but I'm just meaning, like, me and her get along, even though we do have a lot of completely different opinions on things. She's surprisingly a good teacher, and heard the noise, went to go check it out. I don't see anybody or anything, so I don't know. But she wanted to have one last night with me, to train me one last night, to just ensure that she could see, if this other person was saying I was good to go and everything, she trusted them, but she's the head. She's the one that actually does it and deals with all this, so she's the one that wants to make sure for sure I'm good. So, yep. She, last Friday, or this past Friday, because today's Sunday, well, I mean, as my shift is on Sunday, but it's really Monday, regardless. She worked with me on Friday, and she did the exact same thing where she showed up, she pretty much acted like she wasn't here, she made me run the entire shift on my own. The difference was is we did talk about things throughout the shift, like the first woman, just kind of literally sat there and did nothing. Not that I'm saying this in a bad way, but I mean, the second woman, the woman who actually is the one who runs the stuff, and she is like the main one, she's, she knows like everything, like, you know, in the sense of there's very few times, because I guess there are a few things she did bring up that she's never dealt with, but she still knew how to do, but there's very few times that there's going to be something that I'm going to run into that she hasn't already ran into. So it was one of those things where as I was going through doing it by myself, I would have these little things that would come up, and I'd, you know, mark them down, and then when I'd finish doing something, I'd go step in the back and talk to her. She'd come out and explain to me what I needed to do or how to do things and like that. So I did, everything was good, and she was like, "Yep, we're good to go." So yesterday, being Saturday, was my very first night working alone. I was super excited, but yet also extremely terrified, because there's a lot of responsibility that I've taken over, and people depend on me for a lot of different things for this job, so I just don't want to fuck it up, and I want to do a good job. But obviously I'm really excited because I'm physically the only person here, so like, yeah, like I got nobody to boss me around because I'm the highest one up. I'm a manager. And then on top of that, I'm a night auditor, so I'm like, I got two of them, and on top of that, I'm a nighttime security guard. So now I've got 3 titles, and no one else in this place has got more than 1 title. Maybe management, maybe, or something like that, but for the most part, well, I guess the main woman for night shift, I guess, also is both the manager and the night shift, or night audit, but, yeah, so, I mean, last night was pretty good, and I wanted it to be a really easy night, but instead of it being a really easy night, which wasn't horrible, but, we decided to get the first true horribly bad snowstorm in, Ohio yesterday, and because of it, you know, I barely made it to work, and then since I'm in a hotel right next to the highway, everybody was piling off the highway and coming into the hotel to try to find a room. And, you know, obviously we had rooms available, and I did everything I can to help everybody get a room and, you know, whatnot. But I checked probably like 9 people in last night, which is rare. Like on nighttime shift, like, okay, let's take today for instance. Today is Sunday to Monday. I started at 11 o'clock. I've seen nobody since but the guy that was running the shift when I showed up, which is, his name is Tim. So Tim was the last person I've seen since I got here. It's 1:55 in the morning, and I've not seen a single human. Now, there are currently 8 people in house right now. So, you know, I mean, obviously it's also 2 in the morning, so most people are sleeping. I'm not trying to say I'm just meaning, like, you know, that's what third shift really consists of. I mean, I'm not gonna see a lot of people, you know, unless there's like a random couple that's driving on the road right now that is like, it's 2 in the morning, I can't make it any longer, we gotta pull over and stop, and then they might pull over and, you know, get a room, and I can do that. But it's just the fact that, like, besides that, there's really not any reason for me to see anybody in third shift.
besides maybe like in-house people, because I did yesterday. It was like yesterday was just for the first day working alone. It was a bit of a crazy one, but I had to try to go fix some person's bed. Couldn't get that fixed, and I had to give them a roll away or roll out bed kind of thing. Didn't remember where those were, so I had to literally run around the entire hotel searching for them while being quiet, while trying to not take too long, because I need to be at the front desk, and since I'm the only one here, if I leave the front desk, there's just nobody here, which is fine. I can lock the important stuff up, and like I did prior to us walking away, and it's still locked, which is fine. But it's just that natural fact of like, if somebody calls, if somebody shows up to get a room, I just won't be here, and they'll have to wait, hopefully, but they obviously don't want me away from the front desk as much as possible. So even though I got like a security walk I gotta do later, it takes me like 10 minutes to walk around this entire hotel. That's even giving me a lot more time than I need. And then like going to the bathroom or something like that. They just want me to be able to answer the phone. That's like the main front desk job of third shift, because the phone rings, I need to be here to answer it. Or if somebody walks in, I need to be here to talk to them. Naturally solving a customer complaint through the fact that their bed wasn't working, or their fold-out couch bed thing wasn't folding out. And I had to run up there try to fix it. Then I couldn't get it, so then I had to go find that bed, and I had to run around all over the place to get the bed, then get it to their room, then I had to run downstairs and grab a blanket and sheet. And it was just a point where it was like, I spent that 10 minutes away from the desk. No one showed up. I don't know if anybody called. I can't even see if there's a missed call on the phone thing. I'm sure maybe somewhere there would be, but it's just the fact that, like, I don't know. Sometimes you end up spending longer away from the desk than you want to, but that's why I can step over there into the great room and watch some television if I want to, because the phone rings. It's going to take me 3 seconds to get up and walk across this fucking little lobby to get to the phone. So, no big deal. Alright, I gotta start doing some of my night audit stuff. I've only got 2 minutes left before this video would be at 30 minutes. I wanted to end this video like a normal vlog would have been, but now that we're already 30 minutes in, I'm just gonna let it finish the last 30 minutes. But hopefully everybody else out there in life is out there on the YouTube just doing good, and anybody that's watched me new to my channel or whatever, what's up? Done a lot of jobs in the last 12 months. Actually, not even 12 months. I've done a lot of jobs in the last 24 months. I think this is like the 6th or 7th job I've had since I left my factory job. And I'm really trying my hardest to keep this one, because it's unfortunately it's only part-time. I only work 3 days a week, which really suck, but it's not to say that things can't come up in the future and give me more opportunity to get more time. I might even get to be on full-time at some point. Who knows? Maybe this will just be a good stepping stone in the future, because I have done a lot of training and a lot of stuff that does now go into a record, in which I can show people in the future that I have this training and I have this ability to do these things. So it might help me get better jobs into the future as well. Just thinking about the future, But anyways, guys, I'm gonna go because I have to do my night audit report. And, actually it's only 2 in the morning, and I don't really have to start for another 30 minutes, but I'm not going to sit here and talk to you for another 30 minutes, and I do need to do a little bit of prep It literally is going to take me about 2 minutes to do this prep work, but not having it done and knowing that the time is slowly coming makes me want to get it done even faster. So, now we're at 30 minutes. I'm going to go. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, a like would be much appreciated. If you're new to the channel, you should consider subscribing and keep up with cool content that might come out or might not, because you just don't know when I'm going to do it. And if you're already part of the channel, you can share the video on your social media accounts and show other people how exciting it was to watch me sit here for the last 31 minutes and talk to you about my new job, which really isn't that exciting, really sounding. I mean, I'm doing nothing but sit here, and I mean, it's literally to the point where I was able to sit here and talk for 31 minutes to a camera in the middle of a lobby with everybody sleeping in it, and not have a single person walking or have any problems or any reason why I couldn't stop talking. So maybe more futures here, more videos here soon, more futures here soon, maybe 2, who knows, bye, I don't know.